I'm live. Grateful day. Welcome to the 42nd episode of the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast with your uplifter, Jenée Hudson. That's me. I empower former and transitioning professionals and entrepreneurs navigating the complex balances of life, commitments, and growth, guiding them to conquer overwhelm with unwavering integrity, authenticity, perseverance, and all anchored in faith. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Appreciate you. Time to show the shirt. So today's shirt says, created with a purpose. And I have this shirt on today because it's a reminder that I'm not just a label or what others might want or perceive me to be. All right. So I am authentically me. And that is all that matters. All right. So I feel like this. God made me and he did not make any mistakes. So it is what it is. So that's what this shirt is a reminder of for me. Today's episode is called Overcoming Labels, Defining Yourself Through Faith and Courage. All right. So for those of you who might be looking at my eye, just so you know, I had a little episode today where I had my eye, as you can see, it's red. As you can see, it's, when I turn to the side or if I look to the side, oh my God, you guys, it's red because a blood vessel popped today in my eye. But you know what? I'm here. I'm grateful. And antibiotics is going to clear it up. So I'm just grateful that it wasn't something more, even though, it's a little irritating. It's irritated. So, but just wanted to share that so you're not, in case you're seeing that online and everything like that. But thanks for being here. I appreciate you. So again, today I've been looking forward to this one, you guys, to this episode, because labels can be such a burden to carry, right? Even though it's like been called something at some point and it could be something that didn't sit right with you, but people are just calling you things or just perceiving you as someone, or it could be as you being an employee and you want to be an entrepreneur, or even worse, maybe you've internalized negative labels, right? Like failure or saying, oh, I'm too old or I'm too young or whatever it is. I'm too experienced. I'm inexperienced, whatever it is, unqualified, whatever you feel like the label might be, that's what we're talking about today. But here's the powerful truth, all right? We're diving in today because you are not defined by those labels. Know that. I wasn't defined by labels, and nor are you. You are actually defined by your faith as well as your courage to step into your true identity, not somebody's label, okay? So keep that in mind. So of course, I want to give some gifts today, and there are 4 main gifts today for this episode to help you throughout your journey. All right, let's get started. So gift number 1, understanding the power of labels. All right. So labels can be both visible and invisible. They're names, they're roles, or judgments that society and others, or even when we place ourselves with these labels, right? So whether it's a job title, a past mistake that you did, or an opinion of someone or somebody had about you, these labels can be hard to deal with, right? But guess what, you guys? They don't determine your worth, all right? So keep that in mind. They do not determine your worth, whatever the label is. So when I think about labels, that I've been placed on, or that if you think of those that have been placed on you, ask yourself, where did they come from? Where did this label come from? Don't start believing it or living in the moment or thinking that you're that particular label because somebody put it on you, or you're just thinking you're not worthy of more. So there's a label because there's a label on you. Just ask yourself that. Where did this label even come from? And who has the right to define you anyway? No one does. Okay. The truth is, only God's label and his identity for you truly matters. All right. So you are a beloved creation, made with a purpose. Okay. Just like my shirt says, and blessed with gifts. All right. So the world's labels are temporary. Know that. But his overall purpose is internal, right? So that's all that matters, period. All right. You have the power to rewrite your story right now and today. Okay. Through courage and trust, and just like that one who has the ultimate say. You have that right. You have that power because it's all in divine order for you. So, I challenge you to do that. All right. So gift number 2 is rewriting your narrative through faith. So what do I mean by that? Well, the next step after actually, reorganizing those labels is to break free from them all. Just break free from them all, okay? This is where faith becomes your total foundation, all right? Faith gives you the courage to say no. Instead, you're like, this is who I am. I'm not that person of whoever you're saying I am. I am me. And faith gives you that courage, all right? And to claim who you truly are. That's what that faith helps you to do, to get rid of those labels that everyone's putting on you or that you're putting on yourself, all right? And faith is not just about belief, you guys. It's about action, total action, right? So who's heard of, and you can put it in the chat, you can just say me, but who's heard of faith without works is dead, right? So when you begin to move in faith, despite all the labels that people are trying to put on you or that you're trying to put on yourself and any past experiences, you are literally rewriting your own narrative in real time, which is very, very important to do that. All right. So just think of it as like getting rid of just like old clothes and things like that, or worn out clothes. And instead you're purchasing something new for yourself, right? That actually shows you and your authenticity. You, which is, again, that's all that matters. So look, do not fear, or don't let fear just of the actual unknown, which, you guys, I had that bad at one time. I had fear of the unknown, let me tell you. But don't let fear of the unknown stop you from just walking in your calling. And as you like walk in faith, the labels will go away. You'll start seeing the labels just start going away about how people perceive you or how you perceive yourself. Just be you. Again, God made you. He didn't make no mistakes. All right. Trust me. Great tip to just take in and know this about yourself. All right. So doing this will also help you to just become empowered, not only by like what you've done, but, or what you failed to do, but by way of you just becoming in your divine manner throughout your overall journey altogether. All right. So gift number 3 is building courage to take bold steps. All right. So know this, you guys, courage is not the absence of fear, all right? But it's the actual decision to act in spite of it. That's the point, right? So when transitioning from like one journey or phase of a life to another, it's just very easy to feel uncertain. I mean, I feel uncertain sometimes. I'm going to keep it real, right? But courage propels you forward if you just have that courage and keep it, all right? So it gives you the permission to believe in yourself and in God's plan. It's God's plan that matters, you guys. I'm telling you, not our own. So even when others don't see it, who cares? Because again, God is the way and it's his plan. We're here to serve and for God. So know that. All right. Like, listen, former and transitioning professionals, this one is especially for you. I'm talking to all of you, but especially for you. All right. It takes a lot of courage to walk by way of something just familiar, right? Who doesn't, you don't want to stay in the same realm of things, or you feel like it's safe and things like that. So it takes a lot of courage to just kind of leave those things behind. All right. And having to like start over, of course, we're all in fear of that. Nobody really wants to start over. You want to just excel, but sometimes you have to be still and do that. And that's okay when you do that. All right. So just know that courage doesn't just appear out of nowhere, though. It actually is built. It's built, you guys, and it's built one step at a time. All right. Okay. The last gift today is gift number 4. And gift number 4 is challenging the comfort zone. Very important. All right. Excuse me. So one of the hardest things about overcoming labels, let me tell you, is that it forces you to confront your comfort zone. It does. And, many of us just stay in roles, stay in certain places or certain relationships because they're familiar, right? So it's very understandable. I'm not judging no one. Very understandable. I too do the same thing sometimes. So I have to check myself like, Jenée, get rid of these labels. Let's move forward. Okay. So, and they're familiar though. That's why I do it, or that's why we all do it. Not because they're good for us, but we're just used to being in that space, and it's comfort. We're safe, I guess you could call it, right? But courage means stepping into the unknown, which is very important, and trusting that God has something greater for you and for me. All right. So think about this. The comfort zone is the place where growth goes to perish for the most part. And like, if you want to like break free from these labels and things that people are putting on you or that you're putting on yourself and step into just like a future defined by purpose, you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Let me say that again. You need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable because that is what's going to excel you to the next level. All right. Just know that faith is just often exercised outside of the comfort zone though. And it's like, it's those moments where we're just like unsure, where you don't have all the answers, and that's okay. The higher power, you guys, shows up in ways, man, that you would have never imagined. My God always shows up. Even like I was telling you guys with my eye today, some of you guys jumped on afterwards and are listening afterwards, but as you can see, I literally was out, I drive for the education system sometimes and the students, and I was driving them to school and I thought something was in my eye. So I thought it was like, like an eyelash. It felt very, It kind of hurt, but I thought something was in my eye. But instead, when I lifted up the visor today, oh my God, this is what I seen. Can you see my eye? It is red. Do you see that? You guys, let me tell you something. My God was there for me, because that could have been a whole catastrophe with me driving, my safety for me as well as for the students and things like that. But a blood vessel literally just came out of nowhere today as I was driving, and it filled up literally like a blood vessel. It just filled up like a little pocket of water, but it was blood, and it just burst. And that's what ended up happening. So thank God that I'm able to get it back. You know, I took myself to an emergency and things like that, but it was kind of hard driving with one eye, but I did it. So I'm just telling you, God can do things unimaginable. Just out of your, just whatever you could imagine, he can do it. Okay? So he was there for me, and he's definitely there for you too. So keep that in mind. All right. We're at the challenge time. You know, I love to give a challenge, right? So I challenge you to just write a new narrative for yourself, okay? Like, use affirmations rooted in faith to actually declare who you truly are, all right? Write it in present tense, as if things are already true about you, okay? So just write it as it is, because words are very, very positive and they're very powerful, okay? And it's going to just give you a new identity about yourself, so you can start taking away like these bad labels that, again, people are putting on you or that you're putting on yourself, all right? So also share it. Feel free to let me know about what this is, or with a close friend, or simply just do it with courage. Whatever you do, just do it with courage, okay? Take away the bad labels about yourself, all right? Before we continue, I want to once again mention my new community, you guys. I'm so excited. You know, a lot of you guys were on it. That I launched it about a week ago, I guess, to join our Empowered and Crowned Facebook group, you guys, where we uplift each other all day long, just uplifting each other, okay? And we share like stories of faith and resilience, where we uplift each other to the fullest. And we have it's from a like-minded experience, right? Of women who are all walking boldly, you guys, in their purpose. I wanted to start this because for the longest, you know, I didn't have that. And I was searching for groups like this. Like, I don't want to be judged. I don't want to feel some kind of way because I might not know something, or I might know a little too much about something. I don't want to be judged. So why not create this space and this safe space for us all to get through and to win? So that's why I started the community, you guys. It was totally time. All right. And you'll find the link to join on our Facebook group in the bio and in the caption of this episode. I'll put it there again so you can reach out and join if you would like to. I cannot wait to welcome you, as so many have already been joining. I am so grateful for you guys, and you guys won't be disappointed, because I can't wait to see you in person. Again, I started it virtually, but in person is going to happen. And I cannot wait for that day to come. All right. More than once, probably maybe once a year, but cannot wait. So, and just to welcome you into this amazing group of resilient and faith-driven women, you guys. So excited. All right. So also, I want to once again promote my ebook. It's been out for about 2 years, because I wrote it at a time where I, was just kind of trying to find myself with all the businesses that I had. I had 5, you guys. Now I'm down to 3. So I'm so grateful for that and blessed, right? To be just expanding it so that it can just grow abundantly, right? So the ebook is titled 6 Steps to Overcome Fear and Walk by Faith as an Entrepreneur. It's that simple, okay? It's your essential guide to conquering fear and thriving in a business with faith, all right? How wonderful is that, right? And thank you again for those who have already purchased it. I really appreciate you. And I hope that you've gotten some great tips from the book to continue with your journey, all right? You can also find it within Kindle books on Amazon. So get at it. All right. So as we wrap up this episode, which thank you again for being a part of, I hope you're feeling inspired and really ready, you guys, to take the next steps towards becoming the person that you truly are meant to be. All right. Remember, labels may have shaped parts of your past. All right. But they don't define your future at all. And they never will. So just keep that good mindset to know and not to let that, do so. So you have the power through faith and courage to break free, all right? Rewrite your story. It's okay. You can do that. And step into a fullness of just ongoing purpose about yourself because you deserve that and more, all right? Now, look, it's not always easy. I do agree, but it's always worth it. That I can definitely tell you. So each time, you choose faith over fear and courage over comfort, you're moving closer to your authenticity and your identity. That's very important, right? So, as always, thank you for tuning into this episode. It's the 42nd episode, you guys. I'm so grateful for this. All right, of the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast with me, your uplifter, Jenée Hudson. Don't forget to continue to follow for ongoing inspiring content that I'm always putting out there. And I hope you guys agree. If you agree, put agree in the chat. But remember, faith isn't just about something you believe in, all right? It's about something that you live out loud, all right? Daily, by the way. Live it out loud daily. Just simply keep the faith. And until next time, have a blessed and a very prosperous year on purpose. I'm Jenée. See ya.